Hi, Chenoweth kindergarten students. Welcome to your last lesson of healthy living with me, Miss Mairead. And that means we're getting close to the end of the school year. Are you excited? It feels a little different, doesn't it? Because we're at our homes and it might already feel like summer, but you still have another week. So keep after it. Keep doing all your teacher's lessons. Okay, today, listen to the beat and nod your head and do what your ELD teacher says. Listen to the beat and nod your head and do what your ELD teacher says. Do what your ELD, do what your ELD, do what your ELD teacher says. Touch your chin, nose, ears, toes. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your elbows, wiggle your hips, wiggle your tongue. Wiggle your nose. Listen to the beat and nod your head and do what your ELD teacher says. All right, so you need some supplies for today. You might need to pause your video, okay? You need, because we're going to write a book about healthy living. And remember, healthy living means the exercise we do, moving our bodies. It means take our habits, our routines, taking care of our body, like washing our hands, and the food we eat, the healthy food. And all of those make us feel healthy, or I like to put a little smiley face here and say, a healthy body is a happy body. Healthy living is happy living. Yeah, and we could even talk about how being kind and nice and all of that also helps us feel happy. Okay, so let's talk about the supplies you need. You need some paper. I could only find these two big pieces, so I have 2 pieces of paper and some scissors. You need 4 pieces of paper, so I'm going to cut mine right now so you can see, okay? So I have scissors and paper. You might not need scissors if you have 4 pieces of paper, but we're not at school, so we don't have endless supplies, do we? Okay, so here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, because we're going to make a book. Okay, I have a ruler. If you don't have a ruler, just get something that's flat that you can draw a line with. I have a marker or a pencil. I'm going to use a marker so you can see it better. You might want to use a pencil if you want to erase something, but you can use a marker, pencil, whatever you have to write, okay? Now you need a stapler, something, and if you don't have a stapler, I'll show you something you can do that also works to put your book together. And last but not least, you need something to color the pictures of your book with. I'm going to use some watercolors with a paintbrush, but maybe you will use crayons. You could use markers. You might just use a pencil and shade it. So I'm going to use some watercolors, or you could use any kind of paint you have in your house. Okay, let's begin. So first we're going to review the words. I'll need to hear you say them, and then we'll write our book together. Okay, pause the video if you need to go get your materials. Good. And while you're waiting, are you wondering why I'm wearing a fish hat today? It's because for healthy living, sometimes for me, to be healthy also means to be silly. And I like to feel silly, and this hat today makes me feel silly, which makes me also feel happy. Yeah, how do you feel today? Wonderful. So let's talk about the books we read. Germs Are Not for Sharing, Healthy Snacks, and then we also did the exercise. Okay, so let's get page 1 of our books, page 1, and I'm gonna move this over here. The first lesson we talked about touch your shoulders, reach over you, take a giant step. Repeat, take a giant step. Stand on 1 foot and count to 4. Good. I'm going to show you a couple you might choose from, and we together will write our first page. Okay, so you might, and the first thing we're going to say is, first I will, maybe you really liked the wiggle card. Okay, first I will wiggle my, first I will wiggle my fingers. Good. I will wiggle, and we're not going to say your, we're going to say wiggle my fingers. And maybe that's the sentence you will write. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple up here, but we're just going to do our best guesses at sounds. It does not need to be perfect. And if you're really feeling stuck, you can write the same sentence as me. But I dare you to sound out something you like to do with your body. Here are some options. First, I will wiggle my fingers. Repeat. Good. I'm having trouble getting this in my pocket chart. Maybe you like to do this. First, I will jump. Maybe you'll say how many times. First, I will jump 4 times. Maybe you really liked this one. First, I will stretch. We're not going to say your this time. First, I will stretch my, what will you stretch? Maybe you'll stretch your arms, or maybe you will stretch to the side. Oh, or maybe you'll stretch my arms to the side. Yeah. First, I will, remember for this one, you could say reach or touch. This one I have touch my, good. Touch my toes, touch my knees, whatever you want. And if for exercise, remember this one we're talking about moving your body, the exercise. Okay, we're on this one. Maybe you'll talk instead about, first I will jump rope. First I will run outside. First I will throw the ball with my dad or mom or brother or sister. First I will dance, 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 dance. First I will ride my bike. Yeah, so I want you to choose your favorite way to exercise, your favorite way to move your body. Think it, okay? Okay, let's get our materials ready. So now is the important part. Okay, I'm going to erase this so that you don't have so many words in front of you. Okay, so I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to put it the hamburger way. And I'm going to use my ruler to help me draw 2 lines. Okay, my ruler is a little short because I'm not at school and I couldn't find my long one. So here's 1 line, and I want you to draw this with me. It's okay if it's not perfect. No one should be perfect. And 2 lines, okay. This is where we're going to write our words. There, yep, just like that. Now, we're going to start with first I will. You can either pause the video now or write along with me. First I will. F-I-R-S-T. This is called a comma. I will. Which one are you going to do? How will you exercise? I'm going to choose the wiggle. I like wiggling. First, I will. I'm looking there, but if I can't remember the spelling, I'm just going to sound it out as best as I can. Wiggle. Oh, I remember we're using this word my, because it's my, I. First, I will wiggle my, I feel like drawing fingers, so I will wiggle my fingers. And I'm going to put what at the end? A period. Good. Okay, there's my first page. I'm going to put a number 1 in this corner, a number 1, and I'm going to circle it. That's my first page. We'll come back and do a picture in a moment. Okay, my second page is about the food that we put in our bodies, the healthy food. Should we eat junk food? Not very much. We want healthy foods to have healthy bodies, right? Okay, so this one, take your page and remember, pause the video if you need a little bit longer to write. I've been writing for a lot of years. A lot of you are just learning, so it should take you a little longer. Okay, take your ruler. If you don't have a ruler, you can just try your best to draw 2 lines. Okay, there's my first line. And see, if I don't have a ruler, I'm just gonna try to match it. I have a little harder time drawing a straight line without a ruler. It's close enough, casi. So this one, if you want to start, you can write a number 2. This is number 2. And in English, instead of saying number 2, we could say next or then. Let's do this one. Then I will, remember this is how to be healthy. Then I will, I'm going to write that T-H, that makes a the sound, the N, then, comma, I, and we always make a big I when we're talking about me because we are important. So you put a capital I will, let's think about all those foods we talked about. You can always go back and watch the video of what food, healthy food you want to say or write about. You could say, I will eat healthy food, and you could draw a picture of all the healthy foods. Maybe you want to just say some of your favorite foods like apples. Maybe you'll say, then I will eat cheese or string cheese. Then I will eat carrots. Yeah, this one I don't have a picture for. Then I will eat peanut butter. Okay, so let me think of my sentence, and I hope you're saying this with me. Then I will eat, that's kind of a funny word, the E and the A together make an E sound. Eat, then I will eat, I'm going to say apples and cheese. I like apples and cheese together. Then I will eat apples and you notice I'm putting my finger spaces in between. Finger space and ch. That digraph CH makes a ch, E, S. And I put a period at the end. Then I will eat apples and cheese. Yeah, you could make it even longer and say, then I will eat apples and cheese for a snack. Then I will eat healthy food for dinner. You got it. So you make this your own book. Okay, we're on to our last page. So again, you can use your ruler like me, or you can just try to draw a straight line. And what's the last way we talked about taking care of our bodies? We said exercise. Oh, look, my line is a little funny there. That's okay. We said exercise first. Then we talked about eating healthy food. And what's last? What is the soap? What's that a picture to help us think of? Yeah, our habits, what we do to take care of our bodies. We didn't talk as much about taking care of our brains and what that could look like, but all of this helps us feel happy and healthy. So let's draw number 3. Number 3. Okay, remember for this one, we did a little chant. We said things like, next, I will take a bath. That's right. We said, next I will take a bath. Or you might have said, next I will take a shower. Good. Next I will brush my teeth. Or maybe for that one, next I will floss my teeth. Either brush or floss. Very good. Let's see. You might have also, getting these back in my chart. What could you have said for this one? Next I will wash my hands. Wash my hands. And remember, we said a couple things with that. Next I will wash my hands and count to 20 and sing a song. Next I will wash my hands before what do we say? Lunch, before lunch. That's right. Maybe you would say before dinner. We also said after. Next, I will wash my hands after using the bathroom. Excellent. Maybe you will say first, I will read a book before bed. Then I will brush my teeth before bed. That's right. And we had all kinds of fun songs where we said, I brush my teeth. So think in your head, what habit that you want to write about and draw about. We even talked about habits of doing your homework, reading a book before going to bed, washing your face, okay? Put on your pajamas. Yeah, we're trying not to wear our pajamas all day. That's our goal, right? To make us feel like we're going to school, even though it's in our houses. Okay, so 3, I'm thinking, what habit do I want to draw? I think I like drawing teeth. I also need to remember that brushing your teeth is important. So here we go. Then, and we already did then, so actually I'm going to choose next. Next, comma, I, finger space, will, brush, I'm going to come down to the second line, my, do you remember how to spell my? What sound at the end of a word makes an I sound? The Y. I will brush my teeth, and I'm going to make it even longer and use my before bed. Before, finger space, ed. Okay, there we have it. Now we need a cover page. My page fell down here. So for the cover page, I want you to write the same thing as me. Healthy living. Okay, we're gonna write it in big letters here. H-E-A-L-T-H-Y, healthy, and you're gonna write living. I don't have room right here, so I'm gonna put it here. L-I-V-ing, healthy living. If you want, you could put a box around it. I'm going to make kind of wavy lines around it. Healthy living. And now, who is writing this book? Who is the author? You. So we're going to put your name. So on the very bottom, put by. My name is Miss Mairead, so I'm going to write by Miss. And I always put a capital letter, a big letter first for my name because I'm important. I'm a proper noun. I'm important. Miss Mairead. So make sure you put a big first letter, a capital first letter too. And I have what some people call an accent over my E. Yep. Healthy Living by Miss Mairead. Now we're ready to decorate. We won't staple it yet. Okay, so for decorating, you need whatever colors you're going to use and either a pencil or a marker. It's up to you. Okay, I'm going to put my pages in order. And I'm not stapling them yet since I'm using paint. Now it's time to add our illustrations or our pictures. Okay, I started with the neck and the head. I'm gonna draw some shoulders, some arms for a body, because we're really talking about making our bodies and our brains, our hearts, all our arms, everything is part of our body, right? So here's my body. I'm gonna draw my waist, my hips. I think I'm going to wear pants in this picture. Okay. Draw some fingers, because maybe I'll have wiggling my fingers. Okay. Yep, I'm gonna draw my neckline on my shirt, maybe some buttons. Although today it's a zipper, but that's okay. I'm gonna have toes on, because you know what? I'm not wearing shoes as much these days when I'm in my house. And I'm going to add some eyes. I'm gonna add some eyelashes, maybe an eyebrow. Okay, and you can add as much detail as you want. A nose. I'm gonna add some lips here. Now my hair sometimes is curly, sometimes is straight. I'm just gonna kind of draw a couple lines that are long. And I'll show you a fun way now to color it in. I like using black because then I can go back and add colors later. Okay, so there. Now I'm going to put a heart, because it means my heart right here is healthy. I'm gonna put a sunshine, a sun I should say, with rays coming out to show that when I'm really healthy and happy, I go outside too. Okay, this is the fun part. So I drew with a marker. Now I'm going to take my watercolors. A lot of times kids get watercolors that have just the one row, maybe of red, orange, yellow, green, blue. I'm kind of lucky. I have all these colors, but you can mix yours. So I have a jar of water, just need some regular water and a paintbrush. And I'm gonna start with, what should I use for my skin? I think I'll use tan. You know, some people say skin color. Well, we all have different skin colors, every single person. So you choose the one that you think looks closest to yours. Maybe that will be brown. Maybe you can mix a little brown with tan or with the white. Maybe even a little bit of orange, yeah. So I'm gonna do a little mixing, and now water is your friend when you're using watercolors. Now I'm going to paint right over what I drew for my skin. There we go. Now I love bright colors, so you can kind of see if I want that darker, I'll use less water. Okay, now I want to give myself some bright green pants. So remember, water is my friend, and I'm gonna brush down. Ooh, yeah, bright green pants. It's okay if you go outside of the lines. What color should my shirt be? I like it turquoise or blue. Turquoise is another name for blue. So I'm gonna paint the arms, I'm painting the body. Oh yeah. And maybe you have crayons, so you can just color it. Now, people say that my hair is red. It's not like the red here. It really is not. So if I hold this up, I think it's almost more like this reddish brown. Yeah. But we in English say this, that I'm redhead, a pelirrojo. Yeah, so I'm going to take that kind of brown color that maybe has a little orange and red in it, and I'm just going to paint right over those black lines. Isn't that fun? Yeah, and then I look at my eyes. You might want to look in a mirror, see what color your eyes are. I think mine are bluish green. Maybe I'll mix both those colors, and I'll just put a little dab in the middle. Yeah, you can add as much color or as little color as you want. I think I'm going to take orange and paint over my title because I used a black marker, and I use, this is important, a permanent marker. It won't go away with the water. If you use a washable marker, you won't want to paint right over it. It might make your letters run a little. Yeah, so ask your parents if you can use a permanent marker or if you have a black crayon. A black crayon can also work. Ooh, I like that. I'm not trying to stay inside the lines. Maybe I'll add a little red. Ooh, and some water. I'll add some more water. I like how the colors are mixing now. Neat. Okay, so you get to make every page look exactly how you want it. As colorful as you want or as not colorful as you want. It's your book on healthy living. So make something that's going to make you feel healthy and happy. I want to see a pink sun because that's making me feel happy today. Okay, so when you're all done drawing a picture for each page, I'm not going to draw each of my pictures in front of you, but this one I would draw maybe a hand, or maybe I draw a whole body with a big hand wiggling. First, I will wiggle my fingers. When it's all done, I have two choices of how to staple it. I can either staple it on the left side or on the top. Okay, so I'm going to staple mine on the left side. I'm going to do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, and now I can go read this book to my family because I'm an author, I am an illustrator and artist. We all are. Okay, I am all done with my book. I painted all the pictures and I got someone in my family to read it to. Maeve, are you ready to read my book, Healthy Living by Miss Mairead? That's me, your mommy. Yeah, even Maeve, who's only 3 months old, can benefit or learn something from a book. So find someone in your family, older or younger, and read them your book. Are you ready, Maeve? Healthy Living by Miss Mairead. Do you see the pictures, Maeve? Yeah, I'm gonna show her. First, I will wiggle my fingers. I might even wiggle with Maeve's fingers. Did you see how I added some fun colors up there? Yeah. Then I will eat apples and cheese. I didn't add a whole lot to this picture, but I made my cheese yellow and orange. Next, I will brush my teeth before bed. And if I had more time, I might have added a bed in this picture. And I'll say, Maeve, what did you think? See how she's looking at the pictures? Even little kids can benefit from the books you make. So be happy, be healthy, and be good to yourself and to others. I miss you dearly, Chenoweth students. I did not forget though, our green thing number 1 and our Sprout McTuff. Sprout McTuff hasn't been outside for 5 weeks and look what happened. Oh, poor Sprout McTuff. If you want to be healthy, Sprout McTuff, you need to exercise outside and drink more water. I think maybe I didn't help Sprout McTuff drink enough water because green thing number 1 is starting to look pretty good. We're going to have lettuce in a couple weeks. Okay, one more time. I miss you all. I will see you maybe when you drop your Chromebooks off next week. Bye-bye.